Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Wolf Among Us. I guess I'm just gonna start calling this The Jerk Among Us, and I guess I'm the jerk. I'm willing to take that title in this instance. I'm willing to. Yeah, in case you're not aware, I'm just gonna say this quickly at the beginning of every episode. In case you're not aware, I already did a playthrough of this, and it has the choices that I personally would make. The link is in the description. This is actually me playing through making kind of like really crappy jerkish choices because you don't see a lot of LPs where they do that, and I'm curious to see how it turns out as well, and at the end of everything. So there we go. Due to the awesomeness of movie magic, we're picking up exactly where we left off. Let's do this. So she just told us that we need to focus on Faith and Lawrence, and we'll go ahead. We'll knock on the door. We'll try. I think my audio got turned down. There we go. I was like, why can't I hear anything?
Lawrence, you in there?
Okay, well, it looked like he was hurt, so I'm actually... yeah, we're not going to worry about that. Snow looks very uncomfortable in those heels.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, no.
All right, we'll try this out.
Guess we're out of options. Come on, help me up.
It was very graceful. Especially in a pencil skirt. A denim pencil skirt. Those things do not give.
Oh God, we're too late. That makes two Fables dead. We need to figure out what the hell is going on here. Who would do this to them?
I know he looks like crap, but it's strange to me that they don't check his pulse. Okay, well, let's go look around. I want to go in the kitchen. There we go. Let me in the kitchen. Pay the rent next week. Pizza in the fridge. Please don't look for me. Goodbye, F. Oh yeah, that looks pretty significant. Sink works. Now we know that. Isn't that exciting? Let's look at that knife.
The mirror showed me this. It's sharp. And there's blood on the blade.
Looks like an
I just
athame.
don't understand. Why would someone
Looks like a
want to kill
ritual
him?
dagger. So yeah, here's the... okay. Did he try to cut his wrists or something? Because he has a GSW in his chest. And we're later going to find a bullet
That left him.
behind him. So
His shirt.
what happened with the knife here? Let's look closely. Did he cut his wrist?
Damn.
Yeah, I think he was attempting to cut his wrists. So he took pills, cut his wrists,
Dry.
and then shot himself in the heart, which I guess makes sense because fables are very
What are they?
difficult to kill.
Prescription sleeping pills.
I think he could have gotten his hands on like
That
something
doesn't really help.
that would kill you otherwise. It helped me. I turned it off. What are you gonna do about it? So let's look at the gun.
What is it?
This gun wasn't fired recently. Maybe a week ago. Or more.
It's been here for a while. Which should be the first red flag because he hasn't decayed.
Fingerprints?
They'll be on the grip and the trigger.
What about the knife?
Matches the caliber of the gun on the floor.
So we took that. Let's see, will it let us actually pick up the knife? No. Let's look at his
Never
face.
really look peaceful, do they?
I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah, you don't typically come do this with us. Anything new? Anything new? New? No. We're good. Let me around. There we go. Let's take a look at the... We're gonna compare.
Snow, could you, stand over there? Point towards Lawrence, as if you're the shooter.
Yep, the trajectory doesn't make any sense.
Feels strange. What are you thinking?
The slug should have gone over there, right behind him. Not here.
Right. So the shooter stood somewhere else.
Maybe. Or we don't have the whole story.
Let's take a look.
Bullet passed through the chair.
If they don't look at his back and see whether or not it's in and out, that shot could have been fired otherwise. Like, it could have been if someone did happen to shoot him, it could have been a second shot. And the other bullet could still be inside of him. I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think he really did attempt to commit suicide. But he does,
Before all this.
you'll see in a second, he does allude to the fact that he isn't quite sure what happened ultimately. You know, that he's pretty sure he attempted suicide, and he's pretty sure that it happened that way, but like there's a little bit of an uncertainty there.
Here and got moved.
Of course, he did take a lot of pills. And of course then, who closed, why is there blood and who closed the Murphy bed? Like, that's also kind of another question.
Still a little sticky.
And if that was, okay, if the blood on his wrists was dry, I would guess that's probably what he attempted first. He probably attempted to cut his wrists first. If that blood is still a little sticky, it's got to be someone else's blood or his, and he just tried later to do something else. It's really kind of an interesting question. Let's look at what we've got here.
What is that?
Never meant to hurt you, and I can't. Come here. I feel like I'm playing Gone Home again. Pick it up.
Stuck to the bed a little. My dearest Faith, I never meant to hurt you, and I cannot endure knowing that I have. This was for the best. I'll see you again. Love, your devoted Lawrence.
I should know his face. There are so few of us. I should know his face.
His eyes are open.
Oh my god, Bigby, he's
Now,
alive!
looking at that note, he and Faith appear to have the same handwriting, or very similar. I'd be interested to go back and look at the note on the fridge again.
Doing here? What's going on?
We found you here, in your chair with what we
I almost
thought
wonder
was a fatal injury. We should call
maybe
Swinehart
Faith
and have
wrote
him take a
that? I
look
don't
at it.
know.
Wait a second on
Just
this.
kind of spitballing here, but it looked, their L's and their F's look
You know who I am?
very, very similarly.
I have a few questions.
Why? What? What's this about?
We found your note.
I made a decision. For us. It felt like the only way out. So... I shot myself in the heart. Thought I'd be dead.
I mean, it could just be a coincidence that they have incredibly similar handwriting.
Your heart's actually a little more to the center. Probably had a lung.
A little lower,
Great.
too.
At least That's how I think it happened.
You see, he's not totally
Things
certain.
are a little fuzzy. Thought it was a bad dream.
Why did you do it, Lawrence?
I did it because I was ashamed. I couldn't live with myself, knowing I had done that to her. I did what I could to keep her away, but she still worries about me. She comes by,
Okay,
makes sure I'm okay.
so he didn't want her here.
I'm a fucking burden. I'm useless. I don't want her to have to worry about me anymore.
Trying to keep her
She's better
away
off without me.
and
Without me
wanting
being
her
here to drag her
to
down.
stay
She
away
deserves that. She's been through a lot.
in order to be better.
I just wish I could have done better by her. She's always been there for me.
I'm sorry to inform you that your wife has been killed.
No.
But,
No.
you know, it's almost
No,
like he was in some sort of trouble.
This would happen.
I'm sorry.
That he would have
I am.
really tried to drive her away
I'm gonna need you
completely,
to
and the
help
fact
me
that she
find
kept
whoever
coming
did
back
this.
actually made him
You need
concerted.
to
He
try
said,
and
I knew that
remember
this would
anything
happen,
that
so
could possibly help us.
he, you know, it could have been because of her
Georgie.
profession, but it could have been also because of something else going on.
Lawrence,
I should have been silent there. He might have said something else.
Do you?
are you expecting anyone? I'll see who it is.
No, wait. We need to know why whoever's out there is breaking in. I need your help.
What do I do?
Just play dead.
What?
Trust me. You can't move in your condition anyway, so just stay still. The second we figure out what they're here for, Bigby will arrest them. Think about your wife.
Give me back the gun, just in case.
Alright, dude. Don't screw it up. Because whomever it is won't, yeah, whomever it is won't actually notice that he's been crying. Just want to see what he's doing. He's looking for something. Need him to actually, like, do something. Let's jump out.
Hey! Stay here.
No!
Okay.
Hey! Stop! Leave me alone!
Nice try, buddy. Let's go. Ouch. That wasn't gonna work out well. These apartment buildings are all so depressing.
Hey!
Ease up, Bigby. We're on the same side here.
You son of a bitch. Make me run after you.
private investigator. Just looking for the same answers you are. You're looking for the woodsman, right? My employer is looking to ask him a few questions too. The fuck?
Come on.
Dumb. Dumb?
Yeah, it is. Look, it'd be much easier for you
No, I'm D. He's dumb.
See, no matter how nice you are to them, this still happens, so may as well hit him.
You almost looked peaceful.
Yep,
Except you're lying in a dirty alley.
yep,
With an open wound on the back of your head.
yep. Just leave me here.
Come on, get up.
And once again, my video recording software has crashed. I'm sorry to all of you. I'm gonna have to find a different way to do this, so.
We should check in on Toad. See if there's anything there that can get us back on the trail.
Woodsman's
And
apartment.
we ended up going out the window, and I landed on Toad's car.
You guys made a real mess.
Yeah, looks worse than the day.
This whole area looks like a mess.
I don't think anybody's here.
We came all this way for nothing.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense that they would live in,
All right, son. All right, he's gone. He's left. It's over now.
that they would live in some place like New York, where you wouldn't necessarily, because there's just the sheer number of people and the way that a lot of people interact and don't notice their surroundings as much. Like, obviously, it's a very, particularly these regions can be very jaded. I've spent a lot of time in New York City, and
Toads, I think.
it's one of those things where
Be nice in there, okay?
it makes sense to have them sort of live in this pocket here, but at the same time, you'd almost wonder if having them sort of move out and live in smaller communities elsewhere would be better. It'd be more difficult to keep control of them, per se, but they're not keeping control of them here, and everybody's just incredibly poor, has no work, they're miserable.
Sorry, Bigby. It's embarrassing to have to admit, but I thought there was someone else in Woody's place. There wasn't, though. Not when I checked. Nothing but a leaky drain pipe. Imagination must have got the best of me. So, you know, false alarm. Sorry for dragging Miss White into this.
Are you sure there wasn't anyone here?
Not that I saw. And if there was, they didn't take nothing. So, you know, all's well that ends.
Sure.
Is your son in there?
Oh, he's fine, Miss White. Just stung his little toe. Better swimmer than walker, just like his dad.
Wanna...
So, I guess you'll be taking off now. No need to hang around here anymore. I mean, I'm sorry you came all the way here for nothing.
I'll leave when I'm ready, Toad. I just want to check things out first. The longer you talk, the longer this takes, so just stand over there and shut
All
up.
right, all right. I just don't want to waste your time, is all. Have a seat. Have a cup of tea. Whatever you like.
Thanks.
TJ? Are you alright? There you are. I don't mean to intrude, but Flycatcher said you had a pretty awesome insect collection, and I was wondering if you could perhaps let me see it?
It has a weevil.
Cool.
Let's go see it.
Just mind the upholstery while you're looking for nothing.
Yeah, sure thing. Your lock's busted.
Eh?
The lock. It looks like somebody kicked in the door.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, a fucking lock's been busted for weeks, mate. Right, it's just like everything else in this bloody building.
We are going to investigate this fully, but we're still going to be kind of nasty.
And the lamp's broke, too.
Fucking hell. Damn thing must have fell off the table.
Uh-huh. The lamp just fell off the table.
You know, with this place, it's like living on a foundation of termites, it is. All so cheap, it's a wonder it stays standing as long as it does.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk to Snow really quickly.
Though most people think they are.
Uh-huh. How's it going?
Toad's hiding something, but I don't know what yet. Did the kid say anything?
No, but I'm worried. He has 2 huge bruises on his arms. He won't tell me why, and he acted nervous when I brought it up. Something's going on.
Stay with the kid until I figure out what.
Okay. Let's take a look over here.
You bleeding?
Why? Is that...
It's blood. Still fresh.
Oh, well, I cut me hand. Ran around like a tit trying to pick out a wrap. Must have got some on the furnishments. Lamp in pieces, blood on the wall. It's awful, I know.
Sounds painful.
Oi, don't you go mother-henning now.
I'm gonna do what
The
I
wound
want.
didn't sit very long, you know. Perks of being a fable, I suppose. And a frog.
Frogs do heal very quickly. Alright, 1 second. Alright, so let's see what else we've got here. Fireplace poker.
There's more blood over here.
On the poker?
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, well, that's how it happened, didn't it? I was poking the coals and it slipped a bit. Sliced up in my foot like a seashell. But like a shit ugly thing. If you're gonna say something, out with it. Oh, it's a fire eye in us all, you ponderous wanker. We're not playing 10 little Indians here. It's a simple accident.
He didn't really talk his way out of that one.
Oh my God, will you not make a big faff out of this? There's nothing to solve here, Sheriff. I'm telling you everything that happened. Why don't you believe me?
Because I don't.
I mean, things happen, you know.
This apartment's a goddamn mess, Toad. Looks like after a struggle or a fight. And I don't know why you cover for it, but I know you're lying about something.
But I'm not.
And you're just gonna make it worse for yourself the longer you keep up the act.
I'm not bullshitting you. Honest.
We'll see.
So I want to make sure that we have all of the clues just for later gameplay things. You can talk to him immediately and just like smack him. I'm hoping we still have that option after I investigate some of the clues.
What is it now? If it's blood, you know what happened.
No, there's marks here on the windowsill. And what's that about?
Now, I'm not
No
sure if
real
those
reason.
are
Just
scratches
last night when I'd
or
come
if they're
home,
just
I was in
marks.
a
It's difficult to
downright
tell
dizzy, mate,
from the
as you would
shading.
be.
Like if someone's
I've
hands were
forgot the
dirty,
keys to this place.
or if it was just the
And
dust
I
and
had
maybe
to
their hands were
climb into
wet,
the bloody window.
or if like
Real.
it actually is
Scared
scratches.
Junior off to death. You heard the new Shakin' Stevens album yet?
Nope.
Okay, Sheriff. Now what?
Thought you wouldn't need keys, since the lock's broken, so why'd you climb in through the window?
Huh?
Why'd you climb in through the window? You said it yourself. The lock's been rotten for weeks. You wouldn't have needed a key to get in.
Fucking hell. Just what are you on about, mate? After the state I was in, I didn't have me head, that's all it was. I forgot a fucking handle was fucking busted. And I'll tell you what else. It's embarrassing you bringing all this shit up, alright? So quit it with a third degree and all that.
I wonder if you can talk to Snow again. There's this over here we could check for the dust ring. But let's see if we can talk to Snow again. No, we can't. Let's just go ahead and talk to him.
Place needs a bit of dusting, I suppose.
I know something's off here, Toad. And I know you know I can't leave until I find out why. So can we please just skip to the end of the page before I have to get mean?
I'll get mean.
I don't know what you want, Bigby. There's nothing going on. There's just nothing to tell. Look around the room and see for yourself. Everything has its explanation, you'll see.
It
Honestly,
doesn't.
Toad, I don't know if I will. And I don't know if I've got the patience to reverse engineer whatever scheme this is.
Me boy's in the other room, Bigby. Come on now. We're friends, right?
Damn, Jesus!
You're gonna tell me, right now, what the fuck happened before we showed up.
Bigby,
It even has the faintest
man.
whiff of bullshit. I'm gonna...
Dad!
Bigby, is this really necessary?
Oh.
He's hiding something. Either something he knows or something he's kept, but I won't play any more games with him.
Dad?
Oh my god.
Take off your hat.
Bigby, you didn't...
He didn't. It was that butcher, a Tweedle, Dumody. You gotta strip 'em down to their johnnies before you can tell which is which. They come bulging in, screaming about something the woodsman had. Or thought he had, I don't know. He tore up the place, beat me up
So I
when I
wonder
said
if
I didn't
later
have
if
it.
this is going to
You
affect
didn't tell me when I asked you to.
the information
Maybe
that
he wouldn't have the
TJ
nerve to
gives.
strong-arm me boy.
He hurt Toad Jr. How awful.
What the hell does he care? It's always the same with you, isn't it, Bigby? If I'm in trouble, need help, if I call about something, you always take a livelong day to get here. What if he done something worse, eh? I'm tired of feeling trivial, mate. A lot of us are.
We're sorry, TJ. Really.
What did you tell him?
If you're worried about your own skin, forget it. I didn't tell him nothing about you or your shit. I would have told you. I wanted to, really, I did. But he said if word of this ever got back to him, if he ever thought you knew, or Miss White, he'd come back and kill my boy. I even tried to give the bastard a coat. He wouldn't take it.
Whose coat?
The girl.
Dad borrows things from people who live here. Sometimes.
Borrows?
I don't steal nothing. Turn around here would astonish you, mate. I merely repossess what's been left behind.
Well, we'll be taking the coat now. If she has next of kin, family, anyone.
All right. Fetch him the fur.
What's kind of interesting is that if you come here
Oh,
after
good
Lawrence's and you're really nice to him and you catch him in all of his lies and just let him tell you, he will still give you that same spiel about always feeling trivial. He'll still be upset
Well,
with
I
you.
wouldn't worry about
Really, the thing that's different here is that now TJ is afraid of us. It doesn't really seem to have affected Snow. And, you know, I find that interesting. Later on when we interact with TJ, in this particular save, I'm kind of curious
My luck, it's a map to some bloody doubloons.
It's addressed to Prince
where that's going to
Lawrence.
lead us.
What do you want to do with it?
It's a murder investigation. We're going to own it.
Faith.
What could she have been sorry for?
I don't know. But maybe Lawrence does.
We will have
Well,
to
it's
ask
been
him.
quite a surprising day for all of us, hasn't it? I'd see you out, but I'm afraid of dripping any more blood in the place.
It was very nice talking to you, TJ.
Thanks. See ya.
And don't worry about what happened earlier. Just feel better, okay?
Boy, am I glad that I called you. Fucking Christ. Next time, just go to the bloody Trip Trap if you're looking for the woodsman.
Fair enough.
I'll be honest, Bigby, I don't really know how to feel about what happened in there.
We got what we came for. Some information. He'll be all right.
So, split a cab?
Sure. I can only go to the trip trap for now anyway.
I'm not sure I'm in a
Not because
smacking
of what
mood.
Toad said.
Hopefully the woodsman's there. Or, I don't know. Someone who will know where to find him.
You get the weirdest options for violence
Looks
in
my
this.
best lead.
Later on, you get the
Our
option
only lead, really.
for
When you put it that way.
for when you're with the woodsman that just says glass him, and that means that you're gonna hit him with glass, but it's really sort of non-specific and confusing. You know, I think one of my biggest curiosities about this is whether or not,
Every time I think I'm getting a handle on
if
what's
there is
going
like a
on,
romance
things
subplot
just get
with
more
these two,
complicated.
whether or not you can be a jerk and it
Feels
still
like
leads
we're
there.
always a step
I
behind.
think I mentioned that before, and
Woodsman
like
is the only lead we've got.
genuinely
And he was
curious
one of the
about
last
whether or
people to
not
see Faith alive.
that's something you can achieve.
Getting some answers out of him will start to clear things up.
I hope you're right. Bigby, be honest with me. Who do you think did this? I know it's still early, but I just feel a step behind.
More,
It's an uncomfortable feeling.
we're gonna go with
We
Bluebeard
haven't
again.
talked to him yet, but
Tell me.
It
I
is
don't think
Bluebeard's MO,
anything would surprise me at this point.
and he's very
I
violent,
feel like Bluebeard has something to do with this.
My head
and
seems suspicious.
he's very
I
wealthy,
don't know how or
and
why
gives a
just
lot of
yet,
money
but if you're
to
asking,
their sort of
is his MO.
little,
There's
their
still a
little
lot of
private
questions.
legislature,
We find the
and
woodsman,
keeps
figure
his
out what he knows,
community,
and go
you
from
know,
there.
barely afloat. So
Makes sense. That's
honestly, I
probably
think
the
that-
best approach.
there's no reason not to assume that he's involved. At least, you know, do your best to rule him out.
This
I wish
isn't
there
as
was.
big.
Should have been silent. I'm curious about that.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's nothing. I just. Seeing all this today, there are fables that are struggling worse than I'd imagined. We pay so much attention to the residents of the woodlands. You forget there's a whole community out there to serve. To have to turn to prostitution.
Yeah, it seems like
I wish
if
there
you're
was more I
not
could do.
in this sort of minor
This isn't how
upper
I thought it would
echelon,
be.
you're pretty much
Crane runs
fucked.
things his own way.
Then you should do something about it. You are in a position to make a difference.
Obviously, you don't know what I do all day. Right now, I'm the gatekeeper, making sure none of these disenfranchised folks are, as he puts it, wasting his time.
If you really want to help, you'll figure out a way.
I don't know. It's just a broken system. The fables who walk in through the back door like Bluebeard, we have all the time in the world for them. You try and come in through the front door, through the proper channels, asking for anything, needing help. Well, I turn you away.
At the end of this particular episode of
Now things are worse off than they've ever been.
oh, not of my series, but of,
Well,
of this.
that's not true.
You know, the game is being
We've had it
released
worse.
episodically.
Not by much.
You obviously
Maybe
encounter
this isn't for me.
Grendel at the Trip Trap.
I thought public service was pure. A way to help.
Yes, so when we go in here, we're going to encounter Grendel, and obviously that leads to a confrontation. But if you
Maybe you
noticed
should handle this
before, the person, oh, there's that red-haired guy lurking.
Maybe I should.
But if you noticed before, Grendel was at the business office, and Snow White just admitted that.
Bigby.
Hang on, let's see.
Just be careful, please.
Don't worry, this'll be over soon.
I hope so.
Alright, yeah, so her job is essentially to keep... She's supposed to be helping, but Crane just doesn't want to deal with this stuff. So he forces her to avoid making him listen to issues by just, like, directing these people away. If you ever watch, like, Parks and Rec, it's kind of similar to what April does for Ron. Of course, this is much more insidious. And, so Grendel was there, and he was concerned about something. So this fight here should be more in context of, you know, he's angry because they're not doing anything about what he was there to inquire about, which you'll find out in the next episode.
Official Fabletown business.
Oh, well, if it's official Fabletown business.
Look, I'm not even gonna ask where he is now, okay? I just want to know the last time he was here. That's all.
Who?
I'm being nice, so try again.
He hasn't been here for a few weeks.
Are you sure?
No, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he hasn't been here in a while, if he's been here at all, which... I don't know.
I don't know. He may not have been here. Has he been here? Who would ask if he were here?
I'd just like some help, and I'll be out of here.
Well, I'd be willing to help you out of here. Would that help?
Very clever.
He a regular?
I don't know who you're talking about.
The one with the bald head and the beard.
Never seen him.
That's the same type of matchbook that we found
lot of these
outside of
walk
the
out the
woodsman's
door?
apartment.
Yeah, it's called advertising.
Huff and puff, satisfactional.
Refund.
Fuck you. The word's getting out.
You'll never guess where I found the other one of these.
No, I won't.
His place.
Let's check this glass.
Whose is that?
Someone who left.
Not gonna clean it up.
Enough already. Just tell me where he is.
I told you. I don't know.
Is there an option to do something to this door? No.
You guys playing right now?
Nah.
H? Well, that'd be you, Holly. So, who's WD?
No idea.
Because it's also the first letter in the name.
Woodsman. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, we're so smart.
A lot of
You can
stools
erase
in
their
this
scores
place.
if you want to.
But there's only one right next to you.
I want to give you a kiss.
You gonna order something? Or you just here to bother my customers?
A little bit of both.
You know what I mean.
Give me a Midas gold.
You want a lime?
No.
Well, I don't got any anyway.
Think that's funny? Yep.
I do.
Think it's fucking hilarious. It was all right. This is fun. This back and forth. We should really do it more often. But, I'm starting to lose my patience.
Uh-oh. There's somebody in the party. So I honestly... What's interesting is, in my playthrough, you can see, you can get some interesting information from Woodsman if you take him in at the end of this. For the most part, the LPs I've seen people have taken in, Tweedledee, I think, because obviously he seems to be.
Ollie, you're out of paper towels and.
He really seems to be more incriminated in all of this. Excuse me, but you can get some kind of interesting information from taking in woodsmen. Not gonna say anything.
You and me been going at it for hundreds of years. I'm through fighting.
Not sure I believe you. You're in luck. I decided to switch seats.
I have.
Last fella put his hand on me. Ended up with an axe in his head.
Not
Last
great.
fella I put my hand on ended up in the ground.
That's interesting.
Okay.
So yes, Grendel is angry with us because of the just overwhelming
It's funny.
intransigence
Just a minute ago,
in
no one
the
seemed to know who you
like
are.
quote unquote government here.
Well, everyone knows you. Big bad wolf.
You know, he and Holly have reported
Bad guy
someone
and their
missing.
sheriff. Kind of fucking world is that, huh? There's not much to explain. It's no big secret. I needed money. I'd walked past her place for weeks. She didn't look like it. She had money. I was sure of it. She wouldn't put up any kind of fight. I was gonna rob her. And the night I finally get up the nerve to do it, there you are, fucking things up for me. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I wasn't there to save her.
Just
Let's
shut
go ahead
up.
and take him in.
I'm taking you in.
For what? We've had punch-ups before, Bigby. Never had to get official.
He was actually
Blown off some steam is all.
yeah, we're gonna be a jerk here.
I'm
Wow.
dragging you back to the woodland.
For what?
He was actually talking
Bigby,
about
that
how he
fucking
was
hurt.
going to rob Red Riding Hood and her grandmother.
Hey,
That's what he was
stop!
referring to.
This isn't what I want.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Woody! Shit ain't just about you. It's about this fucking lapdog. Only comes sniffing around this part of town when the rich fucks in the woodlands need a shakedown.
Yes. They
Yeah,
have
right, Bigby.
Lapdog.
they've
Really?
reported someone missing, like I said,
Oh,
and so
sister
they're angry
goes
because
missing. No one gives
it's
two
yeah.
shits about her.
Nobody's doing
Paperwork,
anything.
Waiting rooms, and that bitch Snow White looking right past
why
me,
he was
then ushering
waiting.
me out the fucking door.
Sneeze.
That all you got?
Seemed to be enough.
Don't be so sure.
Oh, good.
He knew about Grendel. He had to.
Should have walked out of here when you had the chance.
It's a creature from Norse mythology.
still in the light.
Used to
Don't worry
torment
about me.
basically drinking holes. Ow. Let's see. My fingers are like frozen. Okay, let's see how this goes. It's probably uncomfortable. That's another thing, though. It's stupid for them to think that this wouldn't happen. He wouldn't begin to transform. Doesn't make any sense. Grendel's smarter than that. That's gotta be uncomfortable.
He's had enough.
Are you sure? I don't know. Yep, that's nasty.
I'm the lapdog, huh? Here. Fetch.
Jesus, Bigby, you are such a
Fucking
fucker.
monster!
The options they give you here are kind of impressive. It's really, there's just so little. You can kind of go along the middle, and you can be really super nice, and you can be really super mean, but it all kind of like balances out at certain points, which I guess is what I'm curious about seeing. Like, boy, sometimes you can be so mean.
Double.
It's like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable with the choices I have to make in this. Blah. It's okay though. This is fun. I'm having fun seeing what else happens in the game.
Don't even think about it.
Is
Look at
this
that
the
look.
type of treatment I can expect if I let you take me in?
If you run, it'll be worse. Trust me.
All right, I got $100 for the first.
So we're
bloke
definitely
that
going
can
to be
tell me
taking
something
it.
about a girl
I think it's
named-
Tweedledee. We're definitely going to be taking him in because in the other playthrough I took Woody in. I actually feel so badly for Grendel. Oh, I feel like such a bad person. It's like making my stomach crawl. Okay. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and get him.
Fuck, man, that's not necessary.
Yeah, it makes
He's
sense
the
that
one
Woody
you
would run
want,
away.
not me.
No, I
Your
want
brother
you.
won't be saving you this time. Come on. You're under arrest.
I told you I didn't do it.
And you got nothing to worry about.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I feel just sick from... Mean. So mean. Poor Grendel. Because how do you get that fixed? He has, like, no money. He can't go to a hospital or anywhere that's gonna fix him up. Maybe there's some sort of magic
Anything
that could
stupid,
do it.
And I'll throw you down the witching well myself.
Oh my god. So let's see if any of the visual cues that we've noticed are here. Yeah, no, don't talk to us. We can go. Yes, definitely there's a lot more blood this time than there was before. So, there you go. Next time on The Wolf Among Us. Let's see if there's anything different.
Very special.
Where's your brother?
Fuck you! Give me one good reason I should tell you anything. Where's the rest of her?
Serial killer.
Oh my.
A serial killer? Oh god, and it's one of us?
Wait, the woodsman's still walking the streets.
We've got to put a lid on this. If you can't manage it, I'll find someone who can.
Shush up.
I found out where she's been staying.
I know she's here. You must have seen her. What are the two of you hiding?
Thanks for not saying anything.
Doesn't matter. Maybe you just want to punish someone. We can arrange that.
What did you do? Friend on
You know, it says next time, but some of this stuff isn't actually in the next episode. And God, I hope it doesn't take 4 months again for episode 3 to come out, because if you're not aware, this first episode came out and then it was literally 4 months before we got the second one. And that's too long. I'm not gonna lie, that's just too long. Okay, so for choices, I'm gonna sneeze, hang on. We're good. For choices, 14.6% of... Hang on, I had to sneeze. No, okay, we're good. All right. 14.6% of players held on to their money. Did you tell Beast the truth about Beauty? You and 6.8% of players let the elevator door slam in his face. Where did you decide to go first? So you and 29.8% of players went to see Prince Lawrence before helping Toad. I can honestly see the reasoning for going to help Toad first, just because it seems like the issue is imminent and you assume that Lawrence is actually dead. So what happened to Prince Lawrence? You prevented his death. And then I chose Bluebeard this time. I actually chose Bluebeard on my first playthrough as well. Yeah. And having played through, I actually don't think that Georgie is actually the killer. I don't think so. And who did you arrest? When it came down to the wire, you and 67.5% of players made sure Tweedledee didn't get away. So there you have it. That's it for episode 1. I'm gonna move right on to doing episode 2. And, yeah. Let me know, like, if you have any specific theories and things like that, involving what we've seen in this playthrough. It's a little difficult because I don't want people to get spoiled if they stumble onto these videos on accident, but I also don't want you all not to be able to contribute and share your thoughts about it, because I'm really interested. I love murder mysteries. I love cop shows. I just love the shit out of it. So there we go. We're done. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next part. Bye.